From last time, you have already got to know the smart teacher, and what qualities you must have to handle and take care of students who are alpha generation effectively. This time is a story about a concept of human teaching that are widely used. Some concepts have never even heard. Each teaching concept has a way of thinking, different methods of operation. Smart teachers need to know the different concepts of human teaching and then apply the proper concepts to use in teaching to each individual's mission. This lesson is called Smart Teaching. From the picture you see here, there are 6 teaching concepts. Each concept has a different nature to teach humans. But the important thing is that there is a beginning at the teacher and ending at the student. This lesson will talk about only 2 concepts, pedagogy and andragogy, which both concepts have similarities and differences. Let's start with the first teaching concept called pedagogy. The idea of this teaching comes from the ancient Greek word pedagogos, meaning slave in charge of teaching children. The slaves themselves learn what the master needs to ensure that the slave can perform the duties of serving the master perfectly. The teaching methods that slaves inherited from ancient times. Over time, slavery was abolished. But the teaching methods of slave teachers still exist for a long time until now. This teaching concept is suitable for teaching children who are in the age of curiosity. They would like to see who have more life experience. They still wanting to be cultivating morals, ethics, practicing coexistence in society. Teachers must have a variety of teaching methods to encourage students to learn with appropriate activities and learning materials. In addition, teachers need to be aware of the following elements involved in teaching. 1 is to know students. 2 is knowing the course. 3 is to know learning media. 4 is knowing how to teach. 5 is knowing the learning environment. And 6 is to know the direction of education of the nation. Methods of teaching children that have been popular since ancient times until today. It's still use these teaching methods, such as learning from memorization, memorizing multiplication tables, vocabulary memorization. This technique called rote learning, sometime, students learning by imitation of a teacher. This technique called imitation learning. Sometime, students learning from repeated actions until it becomes proficient. This technique called redundancy learning. The next concept of human teaching is teaching adults, also known as andragogy. It aims to teach learners who have some experience but want more knowledge to use in real life. Benjamin Franklin once said in a nutshell, "If taught by speaking to me, I soon forgot, but if taught in a step-by-step way of describing the actions that I have experienced, I will slowly learn by myself, and then, I will put the knowledge to my advantage by myself." After that, Alexander Capp told his students that teaching children and adults are different in both methods and teaching principles. Teaching adults needs to stand on the basis of respect for the experience of the learner. But learners need more knowledge to apply in their daily life than to take the exam for further study. Learners are responsible for what they want to learn. Teachers must teach in accordance with their needs. Malcolm Knowles later added that teaching adults must have content that is clear, consistent, and appropriate to the student's status, such as not taking too long each time. It does not adversely affect the health of the learners. The place of study must be conducive to learning. Importantly, teacher must show proper honor to adult learner. It can be seen that teaching children and teaching adults has many major and minor factors compared to teaching children. From this picture, it is noted that teaching methods for adults use a relaxed learning approach. Also known as relaxing learning, teaching will teach knowledge beyond the ability to learn, which results in stress. The learning method is passive, not intensive learning, also known as lifelong learning, also known as valuable learning. I would like to end the teaching of SMART Teaching Part 1, that's all. See you next time. Goodbye.